Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and I'm joined by, and I hope I can pronounce this right, Guillaume.
There you go.
Good enough? Okay. And we're joined by many ships, one of which is support us on Kickstarter, which you should do. It's in the description below. This is called God Factory Wingmen. Is that a working title or a final title? I mean,
It's a working title.
working title. Okay.
Oh wait, no, the title. The title in itself. No, it's gonna be the definite title for the game.
All right. All right. I like it. You're looking at distributing this on Steam. I noticed you have a greenlight page.
Yep.
Which is, by the way, also in the description below. And this is a kind of a flight simulator-esque ship fighting game where you play as a ship and you fly around and you shoot other ships, and each team, as I understand it, has a kind of a carrier that you have to take down. You have to destroy the guns and the shields and different things on. It reminds me a lot of the last game I played like this that I really liked was Battlefront 2, if you are familiar with it.
Well, I haven't played it personally, but some people on the team did.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I haven't had a joystick in a while, but I can definitely tell this game would be supported better with a joystick. Is there any type of joystick you would recommend or a model?
Well, so far we've had like great success with the 3D Extreme Pro or Extreme 3D Pro, something like that, from Logitech, because you can twist the joystick to yaw your ship, while some others do not support it, so you have to yaw by pressing buttons, and it's not as instinctive.
Awesome. Very cool. What is your job description at 9 Studio?
Me, I'm the founder, and I'm doing pretty much all the administrative stuff. I'm also the director and the game designer.
Okay. Whenever you build a ship, there's 4 different species to choose from. The gunner, generic. Oh wait, no, that's the name of the ship. Okay, my bad. When you create a new ship, the species are AR. Is it just R Blossom or Chorion? Am I pronouncing that right?
Yep.
Gauntry and Human. Can you kind of, I guess, do a brief explanation of each one of these, what they are?
Sure. So the humans are they're very fast and they deplete their ammunitions very quickly. They have very low shield, but they can use decoys. They are stealthy, so they are like the crafty type of species. And you have the R Blossom, which are it's a plant that, through experiments by another species, has been connected to computers, and through the access to this information, they became sentient. So they are a very, very new species, so they're not really in phase with stuff like morality and the deeper ethical questions, and that makes them able to teleport, because they do not see the difference between teleporting and the fact that they die because they're demolecular, and then there's another entity that is created that is them, but it's not going to be their own mind staying there. It's just going to create a new entity. So other species will not teleport, but they will. Then we have the Chorions, which are 20 meters tall creatures. So instead of needing ships, they just need battle armor, and they have this ability
really cool
to absorb damage and then to trigger it back, because they are very, very resilient. They can even go to space on their own without needing a ship. So it's really just a battle armor for them. Then we have the Guantries, which are 3-headed quadrupeds, and the 3 heads are constantly discussing with each other to reach a consensus before taking a decision, and that means they are very balanced, and that reflects in their ships. Their ships are in fact 3 parts that are attached together, and their special abilities is the switch mode, which means they can always move from one way of being to the other. For instance, they could be offensive and defensive, to be close range or long range. They always have this ability to switch between 2 modes, and the player get to choose what will be these 2 modes.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and create a ship. And would you recommend a particular species?
I think it's easy to start with the Guantries, because they are very balanced and their weapons are easy to use.
Awesome. Added to database. So we have a bunch of different ship components to choose here. Starting with the hull. Generic, fast, resistant. I noticed that these change the speed, weight, structural capacity, weight, power, and heat. What do those change?
So, well, right now all the stats are dummies, but
Okay.
eventually you'll have to balance these three to make a functional ship. And if you have an excess of weight, for instance, you're going to lose handling. If you have an excess of power cost, energy cost, then you will have less shield that you will be able to use to protect your ship and stuff like that. So it's really just a need to balance, and some parts will have a higher requirement, for instance in maybe heat, because they are highly mechanical parts, while others will be very intensive on power usage. So you will have to prepare all your parts to have a good equilibrium.
Are you currently looking at a specific date for when this game intends to come out, or do you have a general area?
It's very hard for us to commit to a date right now because we are in a very uncertain situation regarding funds. If we have less funds, we will have to hurry the launch. If we have more funds, we'll be able to take our time to really build something that is highly polished straight from the release date. So it
That
could
would
be
be
like
awesome.
as soon it could be as soon as August, but it would be like more alpha funding. But if we can manage to have a higher amount of like if we can have better funds, then it could go all the way to 2014. But we would have like all the features we want into the game, or at
Right.
least most of them, ready straight at launch, and that would make us able to really push harder straight at the release and have a higher community.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed on the Kickstarter it was March 2014. Is that kind of like your dream release? If you could have it the way you wanted it?
I guess so. It could be before, but like I said, it's so hard. Part of me actually want to do the alpha funding part, because you really get to get a feedback from the community, and you can build
That's
your game
true.
around that. And in another way, like if we can stay true to the vision and really bring it to like everything is polished like we want, it's gonna make two different games. So, and both are tempting. So, but I guess if I could choose, I get the most funds, because that way, if we can make the highly polished game, the whole team will be able to say that's exactly what we wanted to make, and now we can just test it out with the public and see what they think of it once finished.
What do you think of the free-to-play model? Was that ever considered, or do you not like it?
It has been considered for a long time, but we came up with the conclusion that it wasn't for us, because what we wanted for our community was more like we'd rather have less people more committed to the game and filter out like the griefers and people that are not
Definitely.
committed, because it's a competitive game, right? And it's also that like hosting these millions of people while only like a few hundred thousands are actually paying for a game, and maybe less, is very costly, and all the structure for that is not quite affordable for indies. It's one thing to be like a free-to-play app on iOS, and something else to be hosting like a full-fledged competitive game and making sure that everything is smooth and working for everybody. So we'd rather be like more safe and make sure we have the best community and that we can actually manage all the players we get.
I noticed that you were at, was it PAX East with this game? Are you planning on showing it at any more conventions?
Well, I'd like to be able to go to PAX Prime. Once again, it's gonna depend on the funds and maybe some others, but I don't think so, because like traveling to Europe or any other faraway place is really costly for us.
Alright, so when the game starts, you can choose between the two ships I've selected, and as well as request someone else to share their ship. And does that basically allow me to use your ship?
So
Okay.
let's say you have two ships that are too damaged to take outside. You
Mhm.
might ask to use one of mine. If it's full health, it would be more advantageous for you.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and play using subscribe. because that's an accurate description of what everyone watching should do.
Definitely.
I am using a gamepad because that's what has been recommended to me. I wish I could have found a joystick, but unfortunately none were at my disposal. Now you were telling me the other day...
It was an alert. Alright. They faked an alert on us.
That you hope to raise enough money on the Kickstarter to hire a composer to do some pretty impressive music for this game.
Indeed. Like,
awesome.
I don't want to name him because I don't want to create expectations that he might be able to pull off. But I can say is a very renowned Japanese composer.
Left and right bumper, they kind of rotate to the left and right, and pressing up on the left analog stick. Well, I have it inverted, so it turns me downward. And the right analog stick does this boost, which is very cool. The B button uses some type of supply ammo ability, which was a selection that I made. The bolt gun, which I guess is my primary weapon.
Yes, I think so.
Alright, is left trigger, and then dual barrage is used by locking onto someone. So I notice whenever I look at someone, it shows a symbol that says no microphone. Is there like voice chat intended for this game?
It is intended. It's just not ready yet, but it's one of the core feature we want to make sure to have at launch, because like managing 3-directional movement and communicating by chat is simply not feasible. Like, we can give ourselves like small commands and stuff like that, but we can't really plan without voice.
So what is the ultimate goal in the game? To take down the other carrier?
Yeah, it's to destroy the carrier ship, and to do that we have to concentrate our fire on the same target for a while until it is destroyed. For instance, like the big cannon's about to shoot. If we were to destroy it right now, we'd gain a 2 minutes delay, and we'd gain 1 point. Every time the cannon shoots, it scores 1 point, and every part you destroy is another point. The match is won when... Sorry, I'm shooting something right now.
Understandable.
Reconcentrating. So I was saying, every time something is destroyed, you score 1 point, and the first team to 6 wins. And it's very possible to have draws because both cannons can be shooting at the same time. Let's say you were to shoot down the cannon with me, we would have a very good chance of winning the game right now.
Okay. Where are you? Dots, I see you.
I'm dying. I'm so dying.
I am coming in to help.
Oh, I'm still alive and I'm fleeing. Oh.
Pandemic soap has apparently been eliminated.
That's good. That's very good. So the cannon has been very damaged. So if you can get there.
I see it.
Alright, I see you. Right with you. Oh damn it. We created a Nova. It's a combo when you mix 3 types of weapon, the 3 right types of weapon at the same time, it creates that huge area of effect thing.
Awesome.
That damaging over time everything in there. But right now I'm just about to die, which is not good. I prefer not dying. So I'm gonna go back to ship.
Rock and Swell has been destroyed. This gun's shooting at me, but it's gonna soon find out that that shouldn't be happening. Oh, oops. Turned around a little too far. There you are. Boom. Love the rockets on this gun.
Which one?
Ballista.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, rock and swell. I'm gonna lock onto you any second now.
No, the cannon's gonna shoot. We don't want that.
He's gonna survive that one.
There.
Boom.
Shit.
So are those orange health bars accurate representations of how much health they have? Yes, we got them.
Good job.
I'm starting to get the hang of these controls too.
Yeah, it takes about like 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get used to, and then you can start like doing some pretty cool tricks.
What's that move I just did where I duplicated myself? Is that like a
It's a decoy.
decoy? Oh, okay.
So and it goes forward at the same speed as you were. So let's say you are slow and you use a decoy and then you accelerate, then you leave something behind that's gonna like absorb a few shots from the enemy, so it gives you some space to flee. And if you were on the contrary going very fast, and then you send a decoy and you slow down, it's gonna get in the front and you can really mess with the other team. Like you could, for instance, boost in one direction and then split to another one, and they wouldn't know if you're going toward the front or the back of the ship. Great. Ow, someone just bumped me. You know how much it hurts? No! I'm dead.
Another thing in this game is when you run out of ammo, you can go back to the deck and refuel, right?
Yep. It's also the only way to, or almost the only way to heal. It's when one ship is in the dock, it's healing over time, while the other one is
over.
Yeah, they've destroyed like 2 or 3 parts, so we didn't have the advantage anymore.
All right.
So like, of course, there's no spectacle on victory for now. It's not something we concentrate our efforts on. For like right now, we are really just doing all we can to make the great experience, making sure it's fun to play, to fly around, to use maneuvers, have something that is complex, that is deep. And once we've nailed all that, then we'll add all the flair of like victory and defeat, having a score screen, making sure you earn all the points, being able to buy every new parts, and like there will be the different unlock trees, so you can really explore and go deeper and deeper into the build you want to make for your ship and things like that. But all of these are stuff that is taking a lot of time, and they are worthless if the game is not absolutely a blast to play.
Right.
So for now,
and it's definitely showing. I had a lot of fun, and I've only played like 2 or 3 matches, and I can already kind of maneuver my ship in a way that gets me to, you know, kill stuff and destroy things on their ship.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, and I'm really glad you enjoyed.
Definitely. Well, that's 9 Studio's new game, God Factory Wingmen. I want to thank Guillaume as well as 9 Studio for hosting this match and giving me the chance to play this game for your entertainment. With that said, I would also like to give my final thoughts on the game. Ladies and gentlemen, not only is this game completely playable with the gamepad as well as the joystick, I'm sure, if I had one, but this game is fun to play. And that is definitely something to be said about a game that still has many months to go in its development cycle. This game, with added polish, with sound effects, with that awesome music score they're hoping to get, with improvements to the UI, with improvements to the end game as far as winning or losing is concerned, you know, a fail or succeed animation, this game could be one of those big games. One of those next big indie games that really catches the attention of the mainstream, that really makes people think, wow, people put hard work into this, people tried to make this fun, people tried to make this a bang-up experience for my benefit. And I wholeheartedly think that you should definitely support this game down below at their Kickstarter. You should give a thumbs up on their greenlight page, and if you can, if you have a little extra cash, maybe support their Kickstarter. if you want to. It's totally up to you. Thanks for watching. Cheers!